In Orthodox Christianity and in Eastern Catholicism, the iconostas is more than just a decorative screen. Friends, it's a profound theological statement about the nature of God and the Church, about salvation. It serves as both a barrier and as a bridge, illustrating the mystery of divine presence while guiding the faithful in their journey towards God and communion with Him. The iconostas is a manifestation of the incarnation. At the heart of Eastern Catholic and Orthodox theology is the doctrine of the incarnation, God becoming man in Christ. The iconostas affirms this truth by visually expressing this union of God with man, of heaven and with earth. The icons are not mere artwork. They are theological proclamations that reveal the reality of the Word made flesh. Just as in Christ and his human nature is made visible, makes God visible, so do icons provide a tangible connection to these divine realities. The presence of the icons of Christ and the Theotokos and the saints on the iconostas testifies to the transfiguration of human nature in Christ, theosis. The saints, depicted in glory, are living proof of this theosis, this understanding that man is called to participate in the divine life. So the iconostas is not just a separation from God, but God is inviting us to union with him. The iconostas is also a veil of the mystery. The iconostas, which stands between the nave and the sanctuary, represents the mystery of God's presence. In the Old Testament, the veil of the temple, it concealed the Holy of Holies, where God's presence dwelt. And similarly, the iconostas, it signifies that same thing. While God is among his people, he is also beyond human comprehension. However, unlike the Old Testament veil, which kept people from approaching God, in the new dispensation, the iconostas is permeable. It has doors through which clergy pass during the divine liturgy. So this movement, it reflects the understanding of the temple of Christ, in which he has separated that veil and he grants access to the divine. And the royal doors through which the Eucharist is brought to the faithful emphasizes Christ as the mediator between God and man in 1 Timothy. So there is a liturgical function to the iconostas. The structure of the iconostas, I'm getting dry here. The structure of the iconostas follows the hierarchy that leads the faithful into deeper contemplation. Typically, the central icons include Christ and the Theotokos, John the Baptist, and the patron of the church. And above them are depictions of the major feasts, culminating in the dices, Christ enthroned in glory with the Theotokos and John the forerunner. But during the divine liturgy, the iconostas, it becomes dynamic. You see the opening and closing of the doors, the procession of the clergy, and the chanting of prayers all reinforce the interplay between heaven and earth. And the faithful, they're reminded that the church is both a visible community and a mystical reality where the worship of angels and saints joins that of the earthly congregation. So this is a gateway to the heavenly kingdom. It's not just a barrier, although it separates the profane from the sacred, but it's a threshold, inviting the faithful to enter into deeper communion with God. And it stands as like a visible catechism, teaching through images what the scriptures proclaim in words. In its structure and its function, it reveals the mystery of the incarnation, the reality of theosis, and the ultimate goal of Christian life, to behold God face to face in his kingdom. I have a link below here directing you to our parish website, which has a presentation of this in our own parish. God love you.